Hi, everybody. Welcome to the second segment, episode 279 of Sold with Updike Pugh. I'm Jeff Updike.
And I am Weston Pugh. And today we're going to share with you a little bit about high-rise living. And this is going to be just a kind of like a quick discussion, and Jeff is going to kind of be like, what are you doing? Tell me what you think is one of the most important things you make when deciding on which high-rise you would live in.
I think there are probably going to be three that would be at the top, but
Okay.
I think the top one would be the building amenities, and am I going to use the bulk of the building amenities?
I swear to God, we do not share the same brain. That is exactly what I was going to say. Because to me, I think that's where your HOAs factor into the amenities. And so if you don't use those amenities, you're paying for something you don't need.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a bigger ticket. It can be a bigger ticket item a lot of times because it's based on square footage. So the more square footage you have, the higher your HOAs will be in these high rises. But we have some HOAs that have, a wine room,
Mm-hmm.
and they have wine storage. And that's great. And I understand that, but that wouldn't be something that I would be interested in.
Yeah.
1505
or 1200 Main Street's got a huge movie theater in it.
Exactly. And they do lots and lots of events around that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's important. But I also don't want to spend a ton of money because the downstairs has a massive office area.
Right.
I'm like, I'm never going to use that. So there are things to be conscientious of. And that would be my number one for sure. What would be your number two?
My number two thing that I would like about living in a high rise is the security of it.
Really?
Yeah, I would that to me, that is because we've had friends that have moved into high rises because that is a concern to them.
Mm-hmm.
And having that person, if it's a building that has a front desk, having that person down there, having that person screen everybody before they get into the building is very, very important.
I think for me, especially on the unit that we just sold, I felt like the view was stunning.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because units need to be seen. You showed him in the day and also in the evening
Mm-hmm.
to give him. And then when we went back and we're walking him through with like some of people that he wanted to have check it out, that view is like living art to me. And I felt like it was an extremely interesting thing. I also like the fact that he wasn't facing due west because, there are a couple in downtown Dallas that one side is
the Metropolitan
due west.
It's due
and
west.
It is so hot. You have great views, but it's so hot. And I liked that this had been kicked off a little bit and that you had downtown and you had the Calatrava and you had all these views that just kind of created an entire thing that just was constantly changing. And I was like, you get lost and just relax up here.
Yeah. One of I think one of the other things that people find very attractive about living in high rises is the lock and leave capability. Because if you're someone say you're in town 2 weeks a month. Some people, that's their life. Their job takes them somewhere else and they just want a small place here. You can lock the door and leave and you don't even have to tell anybody.
I think the last thing that I would say for high-rise living for me is that so many of these high-rises are in really urban where the lifestyle plays like another factor and another layer. So you can go downstairs and you can walk to the dinner or you can walk to a theater. There's that element, like Will is going to be able to catch the rail and be at American Airlines, or he can be all the way in McKinney in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of elements that not living in suburbia or just almost suburbia where the only thing you walk is to walk your dog. This is actually getting out and having that life expanded.
So hope that was helpful to you. It's always been a really interesting subject to us. We've had a lot of clients that we sold high-rise units to that love where they live. And it's unfortunate for us because they're probably never going to move. But anyway, hope you found that helpful. If there's any other topic you want us to discuss, just put it in the comments below.
And just remember, we want to be your realtors for life.
When you're ready to talk real estate, you can reach us online, by phone, or by text at 214-377-2223.
And remember, we want to be your realtors for life.